Hello student, welcome once again to my chemistry channel Amazing Chemistry. I am your chemistry guide Dr. Rohit. So starting with the today's topic, that is types of conductance. Today we are going to discuss a little bit about types of conductance, and the most important is Kohlraasch law. In your board exam every year one or two question must come from this topic. So Kohlraasch law is very important. It's a very simple topic and just concept based. Once your concept gets clear, it is very easy to solve the problems in any kind of exams, in whether you are preparing for JEE NEET or NEET exam. So on Kohlraasch law numerical must come. So let's start with the video. So what are the types of conductance? What is molar conductance? Molar conductance is represented by Km. It is a conductance of 1 mole of electrolytic solution. What is equivalent conductance? Conductance of 1 equivalent of electrolytic solution. As far as formula is concerned, kappa is equal to 1000 into kappa upon m, where m is molarity. And as far as equivalent conductance, that is cap E is concerned, 1000 into kappa upon, and here the difference between cap m and cap E is that here molarity term is being used. However, in equivalent conductance we are using normality, and this is the unit of cap E. So here you can see cap E upon cap m is equal to molarity upon normality, that is equal to 1 upon Z. Here Arrhenius equation, that is degree of dissociation. So this is the formula for alpha, that is cap m upon cap m at infinite dilution. So what happened on dilution, conductance increases, molar conductance also increases. So these are the things which you remember always. So it will help you to solve the problems. So what happened when you dilute the concentration of the electrolyte? What happened on dilution? The conductance get increases because number of ions get increased. Molar conductance also increase. Equivalent conductance also increase. But that is kappa, the conductance of 1 ml solution, it get decreased. So for weak electrolyte, as we increase the dilution, the number of ion goes on increasing significantly as conductance increases. So this is the basic concept between the conductance. So you can take a snapshot. Alright, now moving on to the next topic, that is Kohlraasch law. Very simple. Let me first, what exactly has been given in your NCERT? That the law states that the limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte can be represented as a sum of individual contribution of anions and cations of the electrolyte. So this is the definition of Kohlraasch law. Here you can see I have given the example of magnesium chloride, acetic acid and sodium chloride. So at infinite dilution, so basically MgCl2 is made up of magnesium ions plus chloride. So this is how individual contribution of anion and cation. Similarly in acetic acid, acetate ion plus hydrogen ion, and as far as sodium chloride is concerned, sodium ion plus chloride. So these kinds of question normally asked, numericals comes from this law. So let me describe in brief. Cap m of electrolyte increases with dilution till a limiting value of cap m of at infinite dilution is obtained at infinite dilution. In this limit, the positive and negative ions may be thought of as behaving essentially independent of each other. At infinite dilution, the total conductance of a solution is a sum of cationic and anionic conductance. This is valid because at infinite dilution the ions are far away from each other and there is no effect of their interaction on the movement of ion. So this is the formula, where n plus is number of cations, n negative is the number of anions, cap infinity is molar conductance at infinite dilution for cations, and similarly cap negative and infinite molar conductance at infinite dilution for anions. And this is the example that is given in your NCERT book also. So this is a very simple, this is Kohlraasch law. Basically इसमें क्या बताया गया है कि it is a when we are talking about the molar conductance, so it is equal to the sum of the both the anions and cations. So if these values are given, just you have to add it accordingly and you'll get the answer. Very simple question, numericals comes in your board exam in 2 or 3 marks question. So take a snapshot of this. I have briefly described about it. You can refer to your NCERT book also. So thank you so much. So here I complete this video. I hope you must have enjoyed and learned from this video. Thank you.